In this video, we are going to learn how to import your data in Excel form or CSV file that's a comma delimited into SPSS. So the first thing you need to do is this video will help some and will not help some because it will work for those who have a particular feature in SPSS, which I will show you. So first thing you need to do is to open your version of your SPSS to know the version we are using. So just click on the SPSS, look for about. I'm using version 27 and the bit is 64 bit. So I'll close it. So what I need to check again is to look at transform. When you click on transform, you are going to see automatic recode. If you see automatic recode, it means that the procedure will work well with you. So I need to go back to my Excel data. This study was conducted on emergency CS acceptance among pregnant women. So, and we have our responses here. The total observation or the sample size was 222 because we have a column name and this is 223. So if you exclude the column, it's going to be 222. So the first thing you need to do is to go through this and ensure that you don't have any missing value. All your variable names are there. So you can even leave your variable names. Let's say you just downloaded it from Google Form or maybe Qualtrics, Microsoft Form, Google Toolbox, and you still have the column names. Just ignore them. So you just close this, open your SPSS, which is this. Click on File, you see Import Data. Click on Import Data and you select Excel. So if it is CSV file, you just say CSV data. So you will select that one. So I'll look for this emergency CS, emergency CS. Then I open my file. So when it opens this way, just read through this. Make sure that read variable names from first row of data is checked. If it is unchecked, it means that your variable names will be in a row. But when you click on it, you see here, let me resize it and you see. So you see, we now have variable names as V1, V2, V3, and the actual names are in a column, row. So we just need to check this and it counts back to the column names. So you click on OK, waiting for it to be imported. So I have my variables imported. They are here. So you need to check to see whether your variables are okay. So just click on variable view and you go through. They are okay, but you can realize that the data type is string, and SPSS doesn't work well with string. Let's say maybe for string, I know of, you can use it for cross tabulation. You can even use it for descriptives. It can be frequencies and percentages this way. Descriptives, frequencies and percentages. You can even draw a chart out of that. You can see we have the values, but let's say we want to do an over test with educational level. So age in year is our dependent and independent is education level. So let's try to see whether this will work well. So we'll go to compare means one way and over. We'll put this here. We have, so you see that those that are in string are not showing, but those that are not are showing. So that's one disadvantage of importing data and it's in a string type. If it is in a string type, you cannot perform most of the inferential analysis. You can only do the basic descriptives. So let's look at number of previous pregnancies. Why is it showing but the others are not showing? So you go back, you realize that the data type is what? Numeric. So nominal is even nominal instead of being continuous. So it's even, so that's the reason why. So we need to check this and also change it to numeric so that we assign codes. So all I need to do is to go to transform, automatic recode. Since we have this as continuous, we are going to ignore those that are string, those with A. So you see A here, it means that it's string. Just highlight all of them this way and put them here. So when you see this, you see question mark. It means that what name are you going to assign to it? So I'll just do something like this. So you can deselect by selecting one variable and select on the first. So since we don't want this, I'll exclude it. I'll just click here and I'll give it a new name. So I'll say age group. So you can only use underscore, or you leave them not space or not space, and we can leave it this way, age group. So marital status, we can. So you have to make sure that the variable name, new name, is not the same or is different from the original one, which is marital status. So we can't do marital status. We can do marital underscore status. Then we'll add educational. So since it's this, so we can do education level. We'll add ethnicity or tribe. So ethnicity underscore tribe. We'll do that. Religion. So we say religion. So we can add religions or religion type to make it different from the original. We can also come here, occupation, we say occupation status. So occupation. So we can do it even without spacing. Occupation status. Previous births, instead of number of previous births, we do it this way. Delivery method of last birth. So we say method of, or let's say delivery method. So we can do it like delivery method of last birth. You should also know this. You can decide to code them as Q1, question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, 5, like Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. If it is about knowledge, if it's our social demographic, you can say SO1, SO2, SO3, SO4. If it is knowledge, NO1 or KNO1, KNO2, and all that. Attitude, ATT1, AT1, attitude 1, any of them. So once you are done this way, you go starting from lowest value or highest value. It means that any value that has the lowest frequency will be coded as the first. So if we have, let's say, under those between, like, let's say, males and females, between males and females, males were the lowest, they had the lowest frequency. It means that male will be assigned a code of 1 and female will be assigned a code of 2. It's the same way for the others. So use the same recording scheme for all. If you select this, it's going to make your work. So when you are using so many items that are measuring the same thing, let's say they are all skills and they are measuring knowledge, you can use this. But if you use this for these different variables, since we have a marital status, education level, they are not the same, you are going to have issues, so you have to recode again. So we'll leave this. Treat blank string values as we said missing. So you ignore this, just click OK. So when you click OK, come back to the output and you see this is what they will tell you. Scroll down, you see, look at this. 25 or less were coded as 1. 26 and above were coded as 2. So let's try to do a frequency checking to see whether it's true. So let's use the old one with the string. So let me do this. Analyze frequency, that's descriptives, frequency. Let's put this age. Let's check this. So which one had the lowest frequency? The lowest was 25 or less, while the highest was 26 and above. So let's come back here and see. Let's go up. So you see, so any value that has the lowest will be coded as 1 and the above will be coded as 2. So that's how it is being done in a sequential order from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 till the last. So when you check at it, they will have values like 3. You see, we have 3 here, we have 3 here, we have 4 here, and all that. So when you do this, you can see the output here. You see them, they are coded. So when you double click this and you click here, you see that we have what we call the value labels. So the only thing you need to do is to go back and delete the file. So we can come to the variable view to delete that, or use the data view. With the data view, you can just do this way. Select all. Since right click, then you clear. Or let's do it this way. Go to the variable view. select this, you see, right click, then you clear. So you do same. Since we have this as continuous, we can just change it to scale. So we do number of this, those that are string. So you see the type is string, just locate them, then you clear. So we now have our final data this way, and we can run. So let's say we now want to do the ANOVA test. Let's click on analyze. Compare means one way ANOVA. Put the age group here, and you see they appear. Let's put this. No, these two categories. So we can't do ANOVA. Let's use education level. Let's add a factor here. Overall test. Then let's look for post hoc. So let's say we want to use 2K HSD. This, uncheck this, click OK, and we will have our output. So you see, our p-value is not significant. There are no significant differences. As a result, you will not see any significance in this post hoc test. So that is simply how to import Excel data into your SPSS for analysis.